Peace be with you, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name's Trevor. Really glad to have you here, and happy Thanksgiving if you're watching today, which is when I'm filming this. So I wanted to share with you my scent of the day that I'm going to be wearing to Thanksgiving dinner, and that is Robert Graham's Valour. So this is, I mentioned it in my top 10 Thanksgiving fragrance list that I did a few days ago. This was number 4 on that list, and I decided to go with this one today. So this is a 2016 release, perfumer Henry Fremont. He's also the perfumer behind Tom Ford's Great Vetiver. The only other fragrance in my collection that he's done is Vince Camuto's Homme. Kind of a nice office leather fragrance, pretty safe, but poor performance on this one. And I have not smelled Tom Ford's Great Vetiver. But this is a hidden gem, niche quality designer fragrance. If you find at the rack stores, they usually go for under $40, so definitely want to keep an eye out there. The next best place, Fragrance Net, has it right now for $67, and then you can get it full retail between $90 and $125. So like I said, niche quality in my opinion. There's nothing else on the market really that smells anything like this. The closest thing in my collection is Coffee and Whiskey from the House of Bath and Body Works, and that is because this is a coffee fragrance, but it also has a really strong sage note that gives it a green aromatic old school quality. And then it has this ambroxan amberwood base that gives it like a modern sweetness with that ambroxan push. And then I think it's not listed on Fragrantica, but I've seen that Palo Santo wood might also be present here, which I do get some woodiness. So like I said, it's very old school aromatic green, which is the dominant player, and that kind of overtakes the sweetness, but the sweetness softens it and gives it a modern touch. And then it's kind of fuzzy from the ambroxan woody aspects. So places that are, this is going to be better for transitional seasons. Good rainy day fragrance. It's going to be good for spring, fall, and winter time. It's a little bit gourmandish, so there's like aspects to it that almost smell chocolatey. The scene that this smell evokes for me is like being out on a foggy morning in the autumn, around in the forest where there's greenery and woodiness, but it's also very cold and somewhat damp from the fog, and you're drinking your cup of hot chocolate or like a cappuccino or something like that, and like all these smells are coming together and just sort of giving you that sensation of like a very cold green coffee. Whereas this Coffee and Whiskey from the House of Bath and Body Works is more dry and doesn't have so much of like an outdoor sensation. This is very indoor, dusty. This is like very outdoor, alive and green and classy, and like I said, a little bit old school. And this is definitely more semi-formal dressed up, but I could also see reaching for this on like a rainy day where you're just at home trying to stay cozy by yourself, reading, or just something to just sort of cozy up to because of the gourmand fuzzy aspects that this fragrance has. It also has a little bit of a bitter almond quality to it. It's like creamy and medicinal, even though there's no almond in the note breakdown on this. Like the overall way that it's coming together is a little bit creamy, bitter almond from like the green aspects, and then the sweet and woody aspects. This is also a little bit boozy. The bottles were actually modeled after old school whiskey flasks, so this does capture, especially like in the opening, a little bit of a boozy touch. I'll go ahead and spray a little on here put a little on my right hand just to show. The atomizer on this is not the greatest, so I usually have to use about 4 sprays to get as much juice as I normally get out of a one of my other bottles. Nice cap. It's got like a lock-in mechanism, so it will appear to like not go on, but you have to sort of find the key, and then once you've got it, it is good to go. Pick it up, it's not going to be falling out. And then it has this bulldog on the top, and if you get the 250 ml bottle, it's got actual little bust of a bulldog on there. So yeah, really amazing presentation, really awesome if you can find this at the rack stores for under 40. Really steal of a deal. I'm happy paying $125 is about the top that I would pay for this, but I think it's worth that. Obviously, like I said, it's a little bit more dressed up. I'm wearing this for Thanksgiving Day's dinner. It's, yeah, classy, elegant, dressed up. I could see somebody like a principal wearing this fragrance. I could see somebody like that owns a cafe wearing this fragrance. Like, not necessarily, you could pull this off if you're like a barista, but this is definitely somebody with a little bit more authority, like a company president or a cafe owner or a principal. These are all kind of types of people I could see rocking this. It's definitely more mature, so 25 and up, really masculine. Gorgeous green on top of sweetness. This is just so nice and so unique. Just very, like I said, niche quality from a designer offering. Let's see. So yeah, transitional seasons. I could see somebody like a image consultant wearing this. Somebody that's like a marketing specialist or involved in rhetoric in somehow, I think is a good word to describe this. The way that this fragrance comes off, it's just very thorough and understanding how to present oneself is like how this reminds me. Because it's like very mass appealing, but old school and charismatic. So yeah, I think, like I said, an image consultant, somebody like Kevin Samuels, who unfortunately is no longer with us, but was at one time a fragrance YouTuber turned into a men's lifestyle coach. And that's the type of person that I could see wearing this fragrance. So if I had to rate this fragrance out of 10, I would say I would give this a 9 out of 10. It is long lasting. I usually get 6+ hours out of it. The projection is really good. Like I said, it's got a little bit of like an ambroxan style push to it. So I get, you know, about 3 hours of a really nice scent bubble, which is why I reach for this on rainy days at home by myself when I'm doing some reading or something like that, because it is just like really cozy, but also you just get massive wafts from it all the time. It's also going to be really good in date night situations, and like I said, you know, Thanksgiving dinner is where I'm going to be wearing this one tonight. So yeah, like I said, this is going to be a 9 out of 10, my choice for scent of the day on Thanksgiving. Let me know if you've tried this one and what your scent of the day today is, and I appreciate you sticking with me to the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.